Hey, my name is Steve, and in a recent video, I'm not sure if you saw that one or not, but I demonstrated how using EA Studios you can combine 5 expert advisors into one file called a portfolio, which basically uses the 5 strategies in the one expert advisor, trading at the same time. The equivalent of this would be having 5 separate expert advisors running on 5 different charts on the same broker account. So this combines everything into one file. Now I'm going to show you how I can optimize this one to actually work better with my specific broker. And the broker I've been using for my demo accounts is Alpari. I do actually trade live with Black Bull, so that will be slightly different settings perhaps on the expert advisors. But once you learn how to optimize them, we can do that for any broker. So let's have a look first of all at EA Studios. So this is the collection that I previously downloaded as a portfolio. That was in my last video. If we look at the portfolio's results, we can see here that the stats are great. It says profit factor 2.18. But when trading this one or doing the backtesting on our Alpari, we only had a result of 1.71. So slightly less, but still good enough. And we only had a drawdown of about 0.5% using 0.01, so the minimum lot size on a 10K account. We worked out at the end that we could actually trade the same expert advisor on a $500 live account, and we would have made 10 times the account size in 8 months. So trading from January 2025 to the end of August 2025, the account grew from $500 to about over 5,300. So great numbers. But let's look at this video now, how to optimize even better to suit your particular broker. So here we have EA Studios again, and we're going back to the collection, and we are going to just download MT5 Expert Advisors. We can do the same for MT4. Now I actually did just download this a minute ago, so this is just a duplicate. But open the folder here, and we've got the expert advisors. So these are the 5 expert advisors that made up this portfolio, and we can actually look at the settings for each individual expert advisor, and we can actually look at the settings for each individual expert advisor and modify them and optimize each particular one, then import them back into EA Studios and create a new portfolio file. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so close this one, and I've already copied these over to my Alpari EA folder. I just created a new folder just for these 5 expert advisors, and let's have a look now at optimizing these. So first of all, we're going to look at, we can do these one at a time, starting with the first one. First thing I want to do is let's just say we've got a $1,000 balance here, and we're going to do the minimum lot size, which is 0.01. We can see here on this one, the stop loss is 95 and the take profit is 13. And these are the indicators using MACD, moving average, another MACD. So several MACDs and several moving averages. I don't see any RSIs on this one. We've got the new settings, which I want to actually change to 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after. Not to open any trades. And let's just have a look at the graph to see how this one performs, and looking at drawdowns as well. So we can see here, this is why we have a lot of consecutive winning trades, because they're actually small. And looking at the numbers, Net profit was $80. So remember, this is only one of the expert advisors from the portfolio. And we can see here which indicators were used. So this was all based on MACD with all different settings, so a couple of variations of it. Profit factor 1.75, which is good, and the win rate is 92%. We had a maximum of 43 consecutive wins and only 2 consecutive losses. So to me, that looks like a really good expert advisor for trading. We can actually look at the visualization of this as well, so we can see when the actual when the trades are being opened. And let's just have a quick look at it performing. So as it is at the moment with one expert advisor, it will only trade one at a time. We can see here that was a losing trade, and we can see here we've got a very small take profit, so it doesn't take long for them to earn a profit. But this might be the 2 consecutive losses perhaps before we got into a big string of winning trades. I know this was actually a small win, so that's all good. So we can see here we had a couple of small trades on the same day. And that was a short trade and it was a win. And you can see here 15 pips. The take profit is set for I think 13 pips, but there is going to be slippage in there as well. So let's close that. Now what we want to do is optimize this one, and then we're going to do the same thing for the others as well. But the thing we want to optimize, we only want to change the take profit and the stop loss. So we tick the box beside each one. We've got let's see, 95 pips for the stop loss and 13 pips for the take profit. So let's start at about let's see, 20 pips stop loss and let's say 20 pips take profit. We'll go up by 10 for each one. So this will give us quite a few combinations. We'll go take profit, let's say up to 100 pips, and the stop loss we'll say up to 200 pips. This gives us 171 different combinations. So let's optimize these now and see if we can actually get a better result than what we had. So this is probably going to take 1 or 2 minutes to do. So I'm just going to pause for a moment and we'll come back in a sec when it's finished. Okay, the back testing is complete. We have got some really good settings here. I think we had about let's see, what was the profit factor previously? We don't have the numbers there. That's all right, we can look that up again previously. But we've got now new profit factors of over 2, so 2.36 and 2.95, and this is using a 200 stop loss and either a 50 take profit or a 20 take profit. We look also at the drawdown here, so we can see that the maximum drawdown was less on the, let's say, less on the top entry. So 2.95 was a profit factor, 97 trades, 2.51 was the maximum drawdown. So this is a take profit of 20 and a stop loss of 200. But either of these could actually be okay to use. So there's another one here that I'm interested in, which is a lower profit factor, 1.82, but the difference between the take profit and the stop loss is less. So we've got 170 stop loss and 50 take profit. And what I would like, if I could find one that's actually where the numbers are fairly close together, but I don't see one here. So I guess for this particular strategy, the higher stop loss is going to be the way to go. So let's just run a single test on this particular setting. And we can see here, not very much drawdown and not many consecutive losses, which is a good thing, especially when building a portfolio. So we've got 84% win rate, 1.82 was the profit factor in this particular one. I'm just going to go back to the default settings again and just see what the actual difference was on that one. 1.75 was the difference, so it's a slight improvement. The best profit factor was on the top setting, so let's run this one. This is a 200 stop loss and a 20 take profit. So we can see here 2.95%. Sorry, 2.95 is the profit factor, 1.89% drawdown. Maximum consecutive wins is 41, maximum consecutive loss is 1. So if I decide that I want to keep these particular settings, I will go into modify the expert advisor, and we can just click on the IDE to do that one. The other way is to go back into the go back into the expert advisors folder, and make sure I grab the right one. So looking at the magic number, starts off with 1119 and ends with 480. So we've got the top one here. Right click and modify. This will load this one so that we can actually modify the settings. So we've got on here the new default setting is 200 and 200 stop loss and 20 for the take profit. I do also want to modify the news settings, so we are not going to trade 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after, and that is the only change we need to make. So compile that one, and that is done. So that is our first expert advisor, and I will do the next one for you as well, show you how it's done, and then I will skip through the others quickly and then show you the outcome at the end. So in this one, we've got a default setting of 111 for the stop loss and 125 for the take profit. So that's pretty good numbers. And let's run the first test and have a look at the graph. It is up and down a little bit. We can see on here that this one looks like it's using moving averages and RSI indicators. And look at the backtest results. So we've got 1.62 as the profit factor. We've got 9 consecutive wins and 3 consecutive losses, so that's okay, and a drawdown of 4.46% maximum drawdown. So let's optimize this now. And same thing, we're going to only change the stop loss and the take profit. Let's go with starting with 50 on each one. Go up by 10. And let's say a maximum of 250 for each one. So 250 take profit, 250 stop loss, and let's find the best optimized settings for this one. Okay, click start, and this will take a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to pause quickly and then I'll come back in a sec. It looks like the results are in, just about to finish now, and there it is. So the best profit factor we had previously was 1.62, and we had 4.46 drawdown, and the win rate of profiting trades here is 68.75%. So now we can just look at the optimized results, and they are not really all that different. but it looks like the best result is with a 120 pip stop loss and a 120 pip take profit, 1.89 profit factor. So let's run a single test on that one and have a look at the graph. And yeah, so this one we've only had to make a small change to the settings, but we got from 1.6 what was it, 1.62 profit factor, and slightly increased it to 1.89. The drawdown was 4.6 and now it's 3.8, so that's an improvement. And we had 68% win rate. Now we actually have 70.31, 9 consecutive wins and only 2 consecutive losses where we had 3 previously. So the optimization is a good success for this one. So we look again at the settings, and it's 120 stop loss and 120 take profit. Let's modify this one now, the default settings. So it's the EA ending with magic number 423, which is the second one on our list. Going to modify that one. So changing 120 and 120 for the take profit and stop loss. And I do modify the new settings. I want to say no trading 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after. Compile that one, and that's it. The second one is complete. I'm going to do this now just with the other 3 expert advisors, and then I will come back and show you the outcome at the end, and I'll show you also how to combine all of these on EA Studios into one expert advisor that is already optimized. Now I'm up to the 4th expert advisor that I'm testing at the moment, and I just wanted to show you this one because the results are sort of a little bit exceptional, and this EA is really good. It's going to be great for our results. So looking at the default settings on this particular one, we've got a 105 stop loss and a 68 pip take profit. And when we do the graph on this one, we can see it doesn't look too bad at all. It's going up quite nicely. The results are 2.1 profit factor, 2.76 drawdown. We've got 75% win rate, 9 consecutive wins and 3 consecutive losses. And when I did the optimization on this one, I could actually get over 3 on the profit factor. So I haven't actually chosen the top one from the list. Let's have a look at the results here. So we can see here we have one dot, which is 6.46. The next closest is about 4.73, I think. So let's see. That might not be the right one. Let's see if we get the right one here. No, doesn't matter. I might have actually closed that chart already, I think, anyway. So all good, that's fine. But just having a look at the results, and I'll go over that with you now. So we've got the highest profit factor was 3.89, and we want to keep the, if I can, I want to keep the stop loss less than the take profit for the results if I can. It's actually better for the EA and works better in drawdown. But we want to look also at the drawdown for the top few here, and we also want to look at the number of trades. So we can see here the one with the most trades had a profit factor of 3.49, and we actually have here 140 stop loss, 135 take profit, but the one just below it is slightly better. We've got a 140 stop loss and a 145 take profit. The top one's slightly different, 140 stop loss and a 155 take profit, but it only had 28 trades. So this one had more trades, and 3.47 was the actual profit factor. If we run the test on that one now and look at the graph, look how smooth that one looks. It's beautiful. And the backtest results, 3.47. We've only got 1.43 drawdown, so that's actually less. We've got 78% win rate instead of 75. We have 5 consecutive wins. I think we had 9 previously, so this is a little bit less, but we only have 1 consecutive loss instead of 3. So these numbers I actually like better. So we're looking at modifying the defaults now. So we've got 140 stop loss, 145 take profit, and this is the 4th EA on our list. So let's modify the settings. And of course, I'll change the news filter settings as well. So no trading 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after news. And compile that one. And I only have one more to go, so I will do that one and come back to show you the final results. And now I'm in the middle of doing this right now, so I'll quickly show you what I've been doing and start with the website EA Studios. So we've got our collection here of our 5 indicators. These are the ones that we previously made into a portfolio, and here's our portfolio results here. We've got 0.5% or 0.49% drawdown. We've got 2.18 profit factor, and R squared is 94.13, which is awesome. But what I've done is I've downloaded these individual expert advisors. Show you how it's done again. Just go to the download tab on the collection, and you can click download for MT4 or MT5. I've downloaded the MT5, and the next step, what I've done is to drag these over to my chart. I've actually gone in and optimized all of the expert advisors to get the best settings on each one. And say we can see here that these are the expert advisors with the best settings. I'll just move that aside again. And also I still have another window open with the default settings as well. And what I want to do now is modify the portfolio folder to actually optimize it. So what I've done is saved all of the files here and gone into modify the actually made a copy of the portfolio folder and renamed it to optimize, and then gone into edit or opened it here, and this is where I'm at now. I'm modifying each of the settings for the particular expert advisors to actually get the optimized settings for them. So currently what we're on at the moment is the 3rd one, and I've just changed the settings now. And let's go down to the 4th one, and I'll show you exactly step by step how we're actually doing this one. So we've got here the settings for the 4th indicator is 111 stop loss and 125 take profit. And we can see the same settings here in the exit signal as well. So we just need to modify these two with the new ones. So we're looking at now the expert advisor, which has these particular settings. And it will be one of these here. This is the one. So 111 and 125, that's the stop loss to take profit. And I've got the original version and the modified version, optimized version open as well. So the new settings are going to be 120 and 120. So now we'll go in here and just change the settings. 120 and 120, and again here as well, 120 and 120. And I think now I've actually modified all of them. Go back and double check. And I don't think I've modified this one yet. I must have missed the first one on the list. So let's have a look for that one, see if I can find it. One that's got 172 stop loss and a 10 pip take profit. Okay, so it's this one. The magic number is ending with 358. The optimized settings are 185 and 200. So we'll go in and change these now. Okay, now all of them have been changed. We compile. That's all done. Now let's go back and do a check. So the last back test we did before optimizing. Let's do it before and after. Okay, we're starting with a $1,000 balance. And looking at the graph, it's actually going in the right direction. It's climbing nicely. We've got $532 profit and a 1.71 profit factor. Now let's look at the newer optimized version. And you'll see here that the profit is already higher. So we've added an extra 200 or 20% to it. And instead of 171 profit factor, we now have 2.25. So drawdown maximum is 4.35. We've got a 78% win rate, 15 consecutive wins, 3 consecutive losses. So this is now the optimized expert advisor that I will be putting on the demo chart. Okay, that's it for today's video. If you like what I've done here and think that you could actually do something like this yourself, you don't need to know a lot of coding. You just need to know which line to look for in the expert advisor to modify the settings to optimize them. And once that's done, then you can put it on a demo chart, let it trade for maybe a month or two. And then if you wanted to, you can create a live account. This one, because it's got low drawdown, we could create an account with $500 and start trading on that one, which I will do in the next couple of months to see how it goes. One thing as well, before we go, just wanted to show you as well the actual expert advisors that I did generate. I think we had 5 for this particular portfolio. In total, the amount of expert advisors that I did create last week was 115. So this is only the M5 chart that I've modified today, and now I'll go through and do the same for the M15 chart, the M30 and the H1 charts as well. Okay, thank you for watching, and watch out for my next video. Thank you.